Pembroke is very concerned, very frightened. Individuals are wondering if this site, based on the fact that it's been in existence since the 70s, has contributed to what this community considers as a major cancer cluster. The incidence of cancer of various kinds in this community is one of the largest in Illinois, certainly the largest in Kankakee County. Research as to whether or not this chemical leak and other contaminants are the cause of that cancer cluster is still in progress. This community, based on its rural nature, has been the site of tremendous industrial dumping over the years. There is no real accounting as of yet as to what the extent of the dumping is in Pembroke Township. Undoubtedly, even in spite of the massive dumping and environmental pollution that this community has suffered, it remains one of the most beautiful and scenic locations in the state of Illinois. The area has been adopted by the Illinois Conservation Agency, and much of the township has been actually fenced off from the public to preserve the savannas and to preserve the prairie grass and the wildlife here. Yet, this township, this 56.2 square mile township, is mainly African American owned, African American populated. The population here is roughly 15,000. It is also one of the poorest townships in the United States. However, the people here take great pride in their community. The children here take great pride in the history of the community. And the community wants to prosper, wants to grow. And what has to happen is that the state of Illinois, the federal government, has to honor promises that have been made to this community. Several years ago, President Barack Obama visited some rusted out trailers in this community and asked the people support him in his quest to be a state senator. This community overwhelmingly supported President Obama in that effort, and following that, overwhelmingly supported him when he ran for president. However, the president has not kept his promise to this community, has not yet returned to Pembroke Township to honor the promise to help develop this community. This community, over the year, since the president has been in office, has asked repeatedly that he either return here or that he send some representative of his administration here to make good on that promise. The children of this community deserve to live in the America that the president promised. What we're going to do next is we're going to go visit a hog farm. Yes, a gigantic hog farm, probably 5,000 hogs, that it's located here in Pembroke Township. However, it's not owned by anyone in Pembroke Township. It's a major polluter here. It's polluted the groundwater, and the stench pollutes the air here. Second, we're going to go to the more close-up view of the BP site here, where you'll get an opportunity to see the piping, you'll get an opportunity to see some of the equipment, and there'll be a brief interview with one of the BP representatives. From that, you'll get a better view of what it is that we're dealing with here in Pembroke Township.
Well, actually, nobody here is a direct BP employee. I'm contracted to watch the site. I work for BP as a contractor. I watch over the contractor. I'll give you a contact here for somebody who does work for BP, and you can call.
Well, okay. Are you finished here now, or are you winding up?
We're in the process of it.
How long will it take?
It depends on the schedule. The schedule is still developing, so I can't say.
It'll be this week.
We're trying to get wrapped up. It's whatever we're directed to do, really. If I knew, I would tell you, but I don't know.
Who is this person?
His name is Kevin Bay.
Where is he at? What town is he in?
He works out of, he works up by Naperville.
Nice place.
Okay. Number 630.
3618.
Yeah, then if he can't help you,
Is a BP employee?
yep, he's an engineer. Yep. I wish I could be more help to you guys. We're just out here to do the work.
How long have you been on this site?
About a week and a half.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks.
I met another gentleman, but there was a lot of other stuff here on that day. So they're gone, that group.
Right.
I forget his name. Sort of stocky guy. That's basically the site there, and that's it. There's nothing else further back or anything?
Nope. Everything you see right there is it.
Are those pipes the pipes that came out of there?
No. That was just to transport water.
How big are the pipes?
It's 8 inch. Pretty small. Pretty small.
They run all the way down. Go that way. 3 states.
Yep.
This is the only problem that you had like
As
this?
far as I know.
And this is the same spot that was in 78 or something, probably before
Right.
your time.
This is, there had been since that I'm
You probably was in high school in 78, right?
Shoot, I wasn't born in 78. I was born 1 year later. So.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah,
Good luck.
that guy will be able to help you.
Now we're with Mr. John Howard, the Executive Director of the Kankakee County Youth Intervention Agency, the Director of the Melissa Daycare Center, and the owner of the area's largest banquet hall. Mr. Howard, could you give me some idea of your views on the potential of the BP pipeline spill located in the township?
Yes. First, let me give you a little background about what our facility do. The Kankakee County Youth Intervention Agency and the Melissa's Daycare Center is a 501c3 nonprofit agency. We're licensed for at least 70 children in our daycare center. We also run a restaurant, East Central Restaurant and Banquet Room, which is located in the Pembroke, Hopkins Park area. My concern, real concern about this leak that was just in the journal a couple of days ago, is it has a large impact on the kids that's in the families that's involved in our daycare center. Hopkins Park, Pembroke Township takes in about 52 square miles, and it's a rural area. So we pick up children throughout Hopkins Park, Pembroke Township. The concern that we have is the drinking water that's in our area, the shallow wells that's in our area, and also the hazards from this here leak that has occurred within the approximately 4 miles from our facility. So we have some very serious concerns about the leak, the health effect that it's going to cause on the parents that's here, the children that's in our daycare center. And that is one of my main concerns right now, is the contamination that it might have brought from this leak. And also the transportation of moving, transporting this contaminated material out of the Hopkins Park area through trucks, or however they was doing it. I'm sure that that's going to carry a lot more of contamination throughout the Hopkins Park, Pembroke area.
Mr. Howard, one of the things that we've discovered during the course of covering this story is that Pembroke is considered, at least by the residents of this community, as a major cancer cluster. In your experience here, have you...
With the shallow wells that's out here, could possibly be cancer. Throughout the Hopkins Park, Pembroke area, we've had many deaths that has been unexplained, and that's dealing with people that have kidney on dialysis. My own father had cancer, and he lived within 2.5 miles of this leak that's here. So I certainly believe it has a lot of effect on the Pembroke Hopkins Park community. And keep in mind that the Pembroke Hopkins Park is 99% African American community. It's one of the poorest areas in the state of Illinois.
20 minutes. We noticed today that there were signs up in the community that stated there would be a meeting tomorrow at 12 o'clock regarding the BP pipeline leak. Could you give us some details about that meeting?
Sure. I've done some research and went to the Kankakee County Health Department, spoke to some of the officials there. They were telling me that this leak is they do not have the capabilities of testing this leak. They would have to send this material off to be tested someplace else because they're not capable nor qualified to check this particular leak that's happened in the Hopkins Park area. They also told me that they were not aware of this leak, but we should be checking with the EPA because they too have some real concerns about this leak. I also went to the Kankakee County Planning Department in Kankakee, and they were not aware of any permit, or if it was necessary to have a permit to run this underground line through the Pembroke Hopkins Park area. So we do have a lot of questions and concerns that we'll try to answer tomorrow at the meeting for to make the citizens aware of what's going on in the community with the drinking water.
On this table, what are you planning here?
This is a donation from the local churches in Kankakee, the Grace Baptist Church in Kankakee that every year donates to our facility, and we pass this food, clothing out to the parents in the community here and the children that attend our.
What? You ready? Give me on 3. John, what is this map?
This is an area map of the Pembroke Hopkins Park area, and also it's going to give us where the leak is at in the Leesville area. And we also have on this the property owners of this leak from the contaminated soil. And if there was contaminated soil, which the county health department believed that there was, we should be able to find out what was grown on this. We'd like to find out what was grown, and then how many houses around here. This area is all residential, where this pipe leak is at.
I ask you a question. What is that? What is this?
This would be the hog farm.
Is that a pollutant also?
We would like to look into that hog farm to see if we get any pollution coming from that. We have 2 hog farms that's out in the area that gives out a lot of odor that we need to be checking with EPA to see, to get some reports on that. But we have a hog farm here that's right from this area here. We have another hog farm that's located on 13 that's there.